Good morning, everybody. Welcome, Sagittarius, to your reading for course correction. This is a series that I'm doing at this point in time for every zodiac sign. The reason being that in our life, in our everyday life, we do experience a lot of things, right? And we do want a lot of things. Um, we think big, we think good, but in life it happens, guys, that we get dragged into different directions, right? And especially in our mental self, in our physical self, we get pulled by different situations, different people who tell us different things, right? And we are like confused, we don't know what to do. So the first human tendency is to go for something that seems pretty easy, right? At the same time, um, it's a little shortcut process to life kind of a situation where you can get everything quickly, right? So that's the normal human tendency that we don't want to work very hard for it. If it comes to us easily, why not? Kind of a situation. So that is where most of us we take a wrong turn towards a situation or towards our understanding in life, right? But this is where the course correction comes in, where either it's universe telling you that no, that's the wrong path, you don't have to go down that path, or sometimes guidance in life is a great help as well, right? So if you guys have already done your course correction, you have understood your reasons in accordance with your situation, this reading is not for you. Absolutely not. Right? But if you still want some guidance, if you still want to know what more can you do to improve your situation, then by all means, please look into this reading for your guidance as well, Sagittarius. Okay. Now, before I begin, this is a timeless reading, which means all the energies that show up is in the timeless zone. I have not put a time, especially the outcome that will be according to everybody's timeline, whatever we get out of this reading here. Okay, so take as it resonates with you, Sag. And of course, like I always say, if it doesn't resonate with your course correction situation, it just means that I haven't picked up on your energy. That's it, right? All right, let's move into the reading, guys. Now, the overall energy for your part of the story with regards to your course correction, guys, talks about self care. Okay, so what they are telling you is there is something in life that you are not really paying attention to at this point, and which is required that you pay attention to yourself. Look after yourself, right? Take care of yourself. Do what you have to do. Um, because there is a feeling that I get from this self care situation, guys, is that a lot of you, or most of you, are going through some kind of emotional upheaval in your life, right? Now, not necessarily all emotional upheaval is very, very bad. It can be, but it is painful. More so is what I'm getting. That emotional part of the story is painful for you at this point, which is where universe is saying that it's time for you to look after yourself. And this is more so I'm getting with regards to your understanding and emotional part of the story where you're trying to find some kind of strength in yourself to bring back some kind of passion to be who you are, right? Fight for what is right for you, that kind of a situation. But at the same time, this story about self-care is just not the physical part. It could be the physical part, but it is more so I'm getting is your logical and emotional self that requires a lot of care at this point, Sag, because with this you get the temptation card or the devil card. Now, clearly, with the devil energy talking about self care, it tells me, Sag, that there is a lot of things that you could get pulled into which is not right for you, which is the devil energy, lot of temptation in your way, right? Some of you could even have friends in your life who could be in this energy of the devil, who could be giving you different ideas and different stuff, and you would be like, oh, yeah, that seems pretty easy. That seems pretty nice. Why not? So that kind of an energy is kind of showing me that, or telling me that you guys, and more so, because of your emotional self, which could be very vulnerable now, Sag, which could be very vulnerable. So if somebody comes here and tells you, do this, do that, let's do that, but which is not right for you, that the devil energy is not really right for you, but at the same time, you might get pulled in that direction because of that emotional vulnerability. Okay, that's point one. Point two is what they are telling you guys is it could be your toxicity too. It could be your negativity too. It could be you in this energy of the devil who is not really looking after themselves. There is a lot of restriction that you're putting on your own self, Sag, right? Where you're really not paying attention to yourself. You're not really paying attention to your emotional part of the story, or you're not really paying attention to your physical need, to your self care, to your food habits, to anything in life that requires a lot of self care here. Okay, so this situation is what is kind of, it's a problematic situation because you could be also stopping yourself from looking after yourself in the right way because you seem not interested. Some of you could be even addicted to substance abuse, right? So you could be doing a lot of that stuff that is also preventing you from looking after yourself. Okay, some of you guys could be getting into bad habits, so you're already in bad habits, whatever the bad habit could be. So that is preventing you from looking after yourself as well. So what they're telling you, Sag, is you definitely have to look into your own self here, because somewhere there could be a part of you who is very emotionally drained and feeling vulnerable with life. And you know what happens to people, guys, is when you're emotionally feeling vulnerable, you tend to go for things that you think will make you happy quickly, right? And one of the worst case scenario in this situation is substance abuse, because what happens to people is, in order to bring that kind of relief in yourself, to feel a little bit light, with life in general, you tend to go for situations or for substances that kind of gives you a temporary relief from all the hassles in life. So that is the devil energy as well, where you're trying to make yourself feel a little bit better by using some kind of wrongdoings in your life here. But it's a temporary relief that you feel that you're taking care of yourself, right? By looking after your need, by feeling a little bit happy temporarily, right? It's very temporary. But at the same time, this situation is not going to work for you. That's what they're telling you. So if you are in that situation, please understand, Sagittarius, that it is a very temporary part of your story that is not going to work. What you need now is long term self care to understand yourself better and do things in the right way. The bottom of the deck is self employment. See, because they're telling you, you know, do something with people in general. Join in with a group, join in with people, do something more productive in your life towards your happiness, towards what you like, right? Mixing around with people, trying to learn new things, maybe go for new study group or anything, any kind of situation that is a little bit more in touch with human faces, right? With human contact. So that's your self-employment, what you want to do for yourself now, what you really want to do. And that is why they are saying there is a question here. And that's why they are saying solitude. Take time. Take time in order to understand yourself better, Sag. Take time to understand yourself better. Give yourself plenty of time. Figure out what are the possibilities in your life that you would like to now explore, right? Would you want to go for further studies? Would you want to take another job? Would you want to start a new project in your life? Whatever that situation is, would you want a relocation? Would you want to change your life path in general? Whatever that story is, they're asking you to take your time in order to figure yourself out in the right direction. Because truthfully speaking, guys, what I'm getting is that you are still very much in that place, where you're tempted to do wrong things more so. When you're tempted to do or get attracted to wrong things for being vulnerable in your emotional part of the story, Sag. Right? So that's why they are saying that you have to refocus yourself from that situation, Sag. You have to refocus yourself from that situation into coming to a place of your understanding is what it is that really truly will make you happy from now on. What is that is pulling you? What kind of employment you want for yourself? Not necessarily for money. It also could be just keeping yourself busy in general. What is that will make you happy? What is that will bring about your fulfillment in your life, right? So many kind of that situation is arising from this story, Sag, which is going to take you some amount of time to figure out the right direction in your life, because you are definitely going through a period in your life where you're not really sure what direction in life is going to work for you, really, because you're emotionally very vulnerable, is what I'm telling you over and over again, Sag. You're feeling very emotionally vulnerable with maybe a lot of situations in your life that subconsciously is sitting in your life and is troubling you at the same time. Okay, so you have to be very careful about the situation of the devil here, which could also be, like I said, could be your restriction in stopping you from your growth. Right? So that is very important for you to be cognizant and be aware of the situation here, Sag. All right, I have 5 questions towards this reading for you, Sag. And the first question is the reason for your situation here with the self-care and the devil. What is the reason for this situation here with the self-care and temptation? What is the reason? Okay. The next question we have, guys, is the spiritual lesson to be learned while you're experiencing this. What is the spiritual lesson that you are learning or has to be still learned for you to have experienced this kind of temptation towards self-care or anything in life that is making you feel very, very vulnerable at this point? So what is the spiritual lesson here? Okay. The next card I need is from you, my spirit, is the sacrifice you have to make or you may need to make. Okay, what is the sacrifice the universe is telling you that you may want to make here or you may have to make here? What is the sacrifice here? What kind of sacrifice are you working towards or spirit is guiding you towards in here, guys? The fourth question here is, Sag, your strength and other things in your favor. What is your strength here? And what is that strength that is in your favor? What is your strength in favor? Okay. And the last question I have for you, Sag, is your outcome, which I have explained already, right? I have explained to you already, is according to your own timeline. Whenever your destiny is in that situation, and you will get the outcome, but it's individual timeline here that matters most here, okay? But let's look at the outcome here. What is the outcome for Sag here? All right. Okay, so we get our questions and answers will be sought now. Now remember guys, this is a general reading, so not everything will resonate with everybody, but whatever resonates, right? Take that guidance and look into your own self here. Now the bottom of the deck, guys, is the Three of Pentacles, okay? Which is clearly talking about, they're asking you to start working on something new in your life. That's what I said, self-employment, right? Self-employment, something that makes you happy, really. Something that brings in back your pleasure. Because Pentacle is talking about money as well, right? So what I'm getting from here, guys, is that this is the card which is talking about Three of Pentacles, but with only one person working on their pentacles. So you have got two pentacles already up in here. So you're kind of ready for something that you want to start in your life, right? You're thinking about moving forward with this, right? Because you want to successfully complete a goal in your life. Because you may be successful to have achieved all the requirement that you need to pursue in your business deal, in your venture, or in any kind of endeavor that you're looking forward to, right? That you already have, or you have acquired most of the skills that you require for that kind of a venture. And now you're slowly getting ready to start working with people, right? You want to slowly you want to get ready to start working with people for completion of successful projects that may require different kinds of expertise from different people, right? Three of Pentacles also talks about you knowing one part of the skill and the other people knowing other part of the skill. So you are kind of perfecting your skill. You're very close to that perfection part of the story because you want to successfully begin something new towards your life. So with the Three of Pentacles, guys, it is also a part of the story where they are telling you it's a sign of encouragement to you that you should go on with that same effort and not ignore yourself or ignore the talent other people may be bringing in front of you, because you definitely need help with other people as well to complete a project that you might want to now start in your life in here, Sag. Okay, so whatever is pushing you towards that completion of a project is a lot of employment, self-employment, hardship, discipline in your life that you might have to now work towards. But you have to be very careful. Give yourself a lot of time to think about the situation in the right way as well. You know, as you're getting closer to the completion of your goal. But like I said, in the meantime, there could be a chance of you getting distracted or you're putting up restrictions with people as well, telling them that, oh, I know everything and I don't want anybody's help. That is the devil energy here too. And if you do that, you won't be able to move forward because your expertise could be a part of the story, Sag. But at the same time, don't be under the impression that if you feel that you know it all, you might not know it all. So you will definitely require people around you to come and help you to figure out the successful completion of something in your life that you're looking towards now at this point or going forward towards. Okay? Now, the reason behind this is talking about the sun. Why you're doing this? Because somewhere, like I said, you're feeling emotionally vulnerable. You're not feeling all that good. You know that you are perhaps restricting your growth as well. For some, I'm even getting that. But something about this situation is creating maybe a temporary relief in yourself, but you're not happy. You're not happy. You want to grow. You want to be happy. You want to make yourself feel enlightened and happy about every situation in your life. So that is the reason they're saying, guys, that even though you might be going through a period of temporary relief in your life with regards to the devil energy, right? But at the same time, this is not your goal. You want to be somebody better in your life. You want to be somebody who can enjoy their joy and success and celebrate their positive part of the story. So the reason that you are trying to work yourself out of a negative situation that you are aware of to a certain extent, it's only because that you know that you want success, you want abundance, and you want radiance in your life. Right? Where you, by yourself, Sag, this is a Leo energy, where by yourself you can personally fulfill your ambition and be inspiration to other people as well. Right? Of your beautiful energy, of that warmth that you can bring into other people's life through you. Right? Through you. Because you want to come to that place, Sag, when you're capable of sharing your quality as well as your achievement with other people, right? So you need a lot of confidence. So if you're sitting in the devil energy and restricting yourself towards your growth and confidence, that's why they're saying it's important. This is the reason that you should look up towards this energy, because you definitely need a lot of confidence in your life to gather back your strength as well. Where you not only have your deserved confidence, where life is good in general for you, and where you're kind of setting your goal towards your future, towards your destination, where you want to reach in another whatever couple of years, months, that is the kind of goal that you're setting for yourself in here with this kind of a situation here. Okay, so what they're telling you, that's a very good energy of the sun, but at the same time, don't restrict yourself, because you're capable of doing what the sun energy I just explained is all about for you, Sag. Okay, please talk to me about the sun here. And the sun is the brightest and the most powerful card in the tarot deck, right? So starting off the reading with the sun energy is beautiful, Sag, which is saying triumph over trouble and obstacles. There you go. So the reason that this is an obstacle, this devil is an obstacle. But if you work yourself in the right way, understand where you're feeling vulnerable, look into your negative part of the story where you're perhaps working all alone, to make things happen, but where you also need help of other people too. So give plenty of time to yourself, Sag, in here to understand what it is that you now require to do in your life moving forward. Moving forward, and you will be able to overcome any kind of troubles and obstacles, like I said, provided, guys, provided you know what you're doing with your life in general. Okay, so be very, very cognizant of this energy in here. Very, very cognizant. Now, the spiritual lesson, guys, that has to be learned or you're learning is the Six of Cups. That talks about happy memories, talks about a lot of healing, talks about being familiar with some aspect of your childhood in your life. So, something which goes back into the past with the Six of Cups energy, right? Something that you have learned in your early childhood years. Somebody you have seen how your parents have been happy, your sisters and brothers, you have been in a happy state as a child or a young adult, right? Anything that becomes very familiar to you as a part of your spiritual, has been a part of your spiritual upbringing as well, Sag, right? So, spiritually, guys, you are learning to understand those people in your life who have loved you unconditionally without asking back anything from you at all. So, spiritually, you are coming to the point of understanding that whenever you think back of your old home, old school, old friends, old relationships, with people you have left behind, you know, they have taught you how to be happy in your life. They have given you a lot of happiness. They have made you a happy child. They have taught you how to learn, live, and play with your life, right? So that spiritual part of that story is coming up on the surface in here, guys. It's telling me that you already have gone through that kind of a situation in your past, where you feel that those are the people you know today in your world, that you have learned a lot from them too. As a child, as a young adult, you have been spiritually influenced to understand how to be happy in your life, right? Because you want to be happy. So, spiritually, you're learning to understand your past happiness. What has happened in the past year, 20 years, 10 years, 15 years, 30 years back in your life, how you guys were happy. So, basically going back to see how you have spiritually, or today how you spiritually understand that part of your life where people you have connected with could be your old friend, could be your parents, your sibling, your extended family, co-workers. Those are the people, like you're getting pulled there. Those are the people you remember as having loved you unconditionally in your life, right? So spiritually, you're learning to understand what love is all about. How you respect people who love you. How you respect those who bring back the warmth of unconditional love in your life without asking anything in return from you, really. Without asking anything in return from you, you're learning to understand the value of those people that you may have lost touch with today, right? People who have given you as a child, people who have given you a happy home, people who have made you laugh and dance, sing and, do what you have to do as a child, people who have brought a smile to your face, basically. People who had brought a smile to your face or on your face, right? So that is a spiritual learning part of your story, Sag, that you're understanding, that you could be feeling emotionally vulnerable because of the story, as I told you. You could be missing out on those people as well. You could be missing out on those people because you may have lost your parents, you may have lost somebody that you love, or you have loved, or that those people have loved you unconditionally, but they are probably not there with you anymore at this point. Maybe physically they have passed away, right? Or you have lost touch with them. But those are the people who have given you their life to make you happy, to love you unconditionally. So you could be feeling a lot more nostalgic as a part of your spiritual lesson in here. Please talk to me about the Six of Cups. You know, that sometimes could bring a little bit of tears in your eyes as well, Sag. Warning you of a problem either now or in the future. So this is the situation, guys. It is pointing to some kind of a problem in your life, right? Spiritually. What is that about the finger? Okay. Spear, heartache over what you no longer have. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's what the story is, guys. That you know, spiritually you could be feeling very drained with all the memories and nostalgia as you're thinking, and that could become your problem as well, right? Because if you are overwhelmed all the time, if you're always spiritual part of the lesson is what they're telling you, it's good to remember. It's good to go back at times. It's good to want people who are no longer available, you know, remembering them as they were. But at the same time, if you delve too much into that story, that could also stop you from moving forward because you would again feel emotionally vulnerable whenever you go back into that past, right? Which is talking about spear, that heartache over what you no longer have, right? So there could be a lot of pain you're dealing with spiritually in your life, guys, where you feel that you have lost out somebody or some situation in your life that really had made you happy as a child or as a young adult in your life as well. But again, this is a spiritual learning. You learn to grow and understand what unconditional love has been for you, right? What you have experienced in your life from those people who have given their lives, like I said, who have given their lives to have made you happy. To have made you happy, which is very, very nice. It's a lot of nostalgia, but again, if you delve into that nostalgia too much, you will find it difficult to come out of that situation because you will always be suffering over some heartache, over those people, over that situation that you no longer have now, right? So you have to be very careful as you spiritually outgrow and understand that yes, it was with me at one point in time. I loved it, I enjoyed it, but now it's time for me to even grow as a person, to move from that heartache and to see what I can do further with myself, right? And that's a sacrifice they're talking about with the chariot here. They are asking you to get back your direction because, like I said, somewhere you are not in control of your direction, right? You're not in control of your direction in life. You're not in control of your willpower at this point because something is pulling you down, pulling you down. But this is the time to overcome challenges and gain victory by maintaining control of yourself, of your confidence, and of your surrounding as well, Sag. So you have to sacrifice that heartache, the pain that you are feeling or going through as a part of your spiritual lesson to move forward because definitely otherwise this kind of a situation will pull you back, will keep pulling you back, right? So you have to sacrifice that pain because that's the warning that if you don't get out of that pain, either now or in the near future, there could be a problem. That you will not be able to move because you will be stuck here with regards to the situation. So now is the time that you pursue leave this situation. I'm not saying forget it. I'm saying consciously try to overcome the challenge of this situation here, right? To pursue the plan, to pursue your plan and your goal and your actions in life in a better way. That would be your sacrifice. The other part of the sacrifice would be that with the chariot card, there is a tendency for you to become very aggressive in your life, right? You might all of a sudden um, become so aggressive that whatever you want, you will run for it because you're trying to overcome that pain. So, again, there should be a balance between what you're going through as a part of your spiritual learning of your pain and what you are moving towards your goal and willpower and confidence. In between, there is aggression sitting here. So you have to be very careful that you do not become totally and overly aggressive in order to fulfill your desire. So you need to sacrifice this part of your story to get back the control, to get back the balance, to get back your confidence, right? And move yourself in a more planned and structured manner, Sagittarius, is what they are telling you. Please talk to me about the chariot energy here. Yeah, family matters. Yeah. There is something here, guys, that is creating the trouble with regards to your family, right? Somebody you have lost in your family, somebody you can no longer find, and that is upsetting you. Somebody you're missing terribly, could be your past love for somebody as well, but something that is, somebody, your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your childhood friends, you could be missing somebody terribly here. And that's why they're saying that family matters, whatever that pain is, guys, it should not stop you from your movement forward. So you have to sacrifice that part of the story over the heartache, which is not easy, but at the same time, you have to be cognizant about your part as well, Sagittarius. About your part as well. Right? So what they're telling you, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be a challenge. But at the same time, that sacrifice needs to happen. Sag, that sacrifice needs to happen in order for you to come out of that situation in a more balanced and refined manner. That's what the message is in here at this moment, guys. Please talk to me about the family matters here. Please talk to me about the family matters. It just could be that the family in general is a part of your life where there is a lot of pain and heartache and a lot of things that is happening that you need to sacrifice. Camel, yeah, persevere and you will overcome the problem. So that's what they're saying, guys, that you have to be very persistent with your goal and ambitions in life to overcome certain family issues that otherwise is kind of pulling you back, basically. It's kind of pulling you back. So you need to move forward. But for you to move forward, you have to be very, very strong. You have to sacrifice something that is not right. Because if you get entangled yourself in some kind of past situation that is creating a lot of pain in your life, it'll be difficult for you to move forward because this is directly associated with your family circumstances here, Sag. Now, your strength, guys, is the Eight of Pentacles. Again, it's a very earth energy, right? Your strength is relearning, again, refocusing on something in your life. That will be your strength. If you can do that in the right way, guys, you will be able to overcome this situation, right? You would be restarting something very, very from, very new probably, but from the ground, from ground zero, from the bottom, right? Setting yourself with a lot of high standard in your life. Putting your focus on a project in your life, trying to concentrate, that will be your strength. If you can bring back your power of concentration here, where you're fully immersed and you're committed to delivering the best version that you have to deliver in your life. Your strength will be, guys, to strive for your success, to be the best of yourself. But also the strength could be that if you're getting stuck in a situation, guys, don't be afraid to ask for help. Right? Don't be afraid, because you might be working by yourself. That's why they're saying that you could become tired by doing everything by yourself. So if required, you are good, but other people may be better. So if required, ask for help here. So your strength is hard work, where you also have to find a balance. Absolutely. You have to find your balance and your confidence in yourself once again. Because it could be that you're working with a group of people and you're not asking for help. You're doing everything by yourself because you're like, no, I don't need help. It can be that. You will have to ask for help, because otherwise it will get too overwhelming for you. So your strength is when you can break your barriers of your own ego and pride and go forward and ask for help. That will be your strength. Also, your strength is, guys, that no matter how difficult life is, no matter how difficult your work is, if you can find time to get emotionally close to people, right? When you feel that you might have emotionally lost out, you were probably not paying attention to people from your past in an emotional way that also could be creating trouble for you today, where you no longer find them, right? So that is a learning lesson. That is also a spiritual learning lesson for you, Sagittarius. So your strength would be to connect with people in a very emotional way, no matter how difficult how difficult a task you are probably working with at this point, right? So you have to have balance, emotional balance, confidence in yourself. That would be your strength. But where you also have to stay vigilant about your health as well, guys. Okay, because it could be affecting your health as well if you're overworking yourself at this point, right? So you have to be in a very balanced state of affairs, is what they're telling you. That is when strength will come back to you in the right way. That is where you will find your strength back in yourself in the right way, when you can provide time and emotion with people, to people, ask for help, talk to people, right? Stay vigilant about yourself as well, about your health as well. Take care about your health as well. Be vigilant about what you're eating, how your sleeping patterns are in life, right? Whatever that requires you to do. And your strength is the Hanged Man here, right? Which is the Pluto card, the ruler of the underworld, right? Which is where they are telling you, you will find back your strength if you look at life from a different perspective. If you can sacrifice all the trouble that you are going through in your life and release things that no longer serve you, to refocus on situations in a totally different way, that will bring back your strength in your life. That will be your strength if you can work yourself in the right way here, right? Take your time, think about it. You don't have to rush today, you don't have to rush tomorrow, Sag, but take your time. Do a revisit yourself, understand yourself better, where you have been going wrong before, what are the things you need in your life, what are the things you don't need in your life anymore, right? How you look at life from now on, from a different perspective. What are you looking at yourself in the future going forward, in the next 2 years, in the next 3 years? How you need to rearrange your life once again in order for you to move forward. That will be your strength in your life, Sag. So you have to be really giving yourself plenty of time here. Please talk to me about the Eight of Coins or Eight of Pentacles here. You have to provide yourself plenty of time, Sag, in order to come out of this situation and rearrange yourself to the point of understanding where you have gone wrong in your earlier part of your life in here. Very important. It's a revisit to your past, right? Dealings or relationships with an older woman. So there could be somebody in your life, could be a mother, could be a sister, anybody in your life with whom you're probably learning to work, or whoever it is giving you advices to rearrange your life once again. To rearrange your life once again, to be emotional, to give emotions to people in spite of your busy schedule, to be available to people in spite of your busy schedule, right? To be balancing yourself back in the right way, to refocus on your path once again. So you could be talking to somebody who is older to you, but who is matured and wise enough to tell you, to point out the directions in your life that you might have earlier gone wrong with, which is where you take your time to think about the situation here and bring back that strength in your life. That is going to be your strength once again in here. Please talk to me about the Hanging Man here. What is the Hanging Man? That is something that you should take time to process, guys. You should definitely take time to process. Candle, you will be shown the way. Yeah, see? So somebody is here, Sag. Somebody is here who is going to direct you towards your mistake you have made in the past. That's one, right? Where somebody will come tell you, hey, listen, what you did before was completely wrong. You should change your path. You should change yourself totally, because it's time for you to understand yourself better and recorrect yourself once again. Recorrect your course of action in your life once again. And as you gain this knowledge, this will become your strength, where you will figure out your way once again in your life. You will be shown the way through this energy of Pluto here. You will get your way once again to start something new in your life, to correct your path, to correct your understanding of your own situation here, Sag, to move forward into your future, because your outcome is the King of Swords, right? Which is talking about taking action, being very logical about yourself, right? Where you have your head over heart with a lot of truth and discipline in yourself. Understanding logical part, being very strategic with your logical mind. Establishing the truth by sticking to the facts, right? Being intellectually powerful here. To make your point across to people, being articulate about conversation or conversing with people, right? Being very sharp and being observant to see deeply into problems that is coming in your life or is standing in your life. But you will become very stern as well, Sag. As you clear yourself, you will become very stern, having clarity of your mind when judging any kind of situation here, leaving all the emotions behind, right? To reason with other people in regards to the observations that you have made in your journey towards a situation here. But what they are saying in here as the outcome is that the King of Swords urges you to use your intellect and logic to move along in your life. Right? Making a sober decision in your life. A decision that is fair and impartial. Being ethically very strong about their strategy in their life. They won't take any kind of BS. Please talk to me about the King of Swords. So you're getting into the King of Swords energy as you move in your life, Sagittarius, where you will understand yourself much better with a lot of clarity that you will become open to with regards to your observations in life or with life in general. Financial gain usually coming from something you did in the past. Yeah, and this will help you to bring back your money because there could be some situation in your life where you still haven't got back some kind of karma, which is talking about finances in here, right? But something you did in the past, something you have done in the past will come back to you, which also could mean that some of you guys could be taking the help of a lawyer or a judge to fight your battle with regards to some kind of property inheritance for some, which will in turn make you a lot more sharp and clear in your understanding as the King of Swords that what it is that you now require to do in order to move forward, because your money could have got stuck with somebody in your life that you have not been able to release, right? So you're coming to the point of releasing some financial constraint in your life and getting back something that you have done in the past that's going to come back to you, which is talking more about money. Please talk to me about the dolphin here. Wow. Unsuccessful plans. Okay. What about unsuccessful plans? March. Okay. Oh, okay. All right, guys. I get it. All right. So something that has been waiting for you, where your plans with regards to some financial situation or a new business opportunity, something that hasn't worked for you before and had been unsuccessful, you had not been able to restart that situation in your life, will ultimately bear fruit towards the month of March, which is, I'm looking at next year from today, right? So it's going to take you some time in order to create back a project in your life, where whatever you have, like I said, it could be a property inheritance, right? It could be a property inheritance from your past. Financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. Or it also could be that you have given money to somebody in your past, and that money is something that you still haven't got back. And there had been unsuccessful plans, that money had got stuck somewhere in your life, for which you could possibly be taking the help of a lawyer or a judge in here as well, in order for you to release that money and you becoming more intellectually aware and sharp with regards to your decisions of doing this in here, and that will ultimately come into fruition by the following March of next year, is what I'm getting in here, guys. Okay. Now, this is coming up as the outcome. So it can be money, it can be home, your family, ancestral property, anything, right? Anything that has to do with something in the past. With something in the past that you will probably now need help as the outcome. They're saying that you will also have to become very intellectually sharp and observant about your situation that you haven't paid attention to before, because you will be shown the way. You will be shown the way to restart something that you haven't completed in the past. That you haven't completed in the past, Sag. You will be shown the way towards this unsuccessful plan that has not been completed in your life before, that will come into fruition by following March of next year. Okay, so this is your outcome that I'm getting from the story in here. Like I said, this could be with money, could be with home, could be with a family, anything, something that is in the family. It's in your way. Something in the family situation is more so I'm getting, guys, which is in the way of you not getting something, but that will come into fruition. Your plans will become successful by the following year in here, guys. Whatever you're trying to do, maybe start a new project waiting for money from your past heritage, right? Or it's a hereditary part of the story that you haven't got your family property or something that now you wanted, because you want to start something new in your life as well. For some, I'm even getting that. Okay, so but whatever that situation, guys, if this is your energy, Sag, you will be able to take action on this, because you will become more clear about your logic and strategy to be applied, or will have to be applied, in order to release this problem. That is going to take a while, of course, but it will ultimately bear fruit for you. Okay, so enjoy this reading, guys, until we see you once again, but do your course correction in order to come here in the right way, and enjoy this reading until we see you once again. Till then, goodbye, God bless, Khuda Hafiz, and Namaste.